I am Francis Ingrand. I am founder and CEO of PiD Digital. As you may know, PiD Digital is specialized in video games distribution and video games publishing on PC, console, and mobile. And today I am glad to introduce Gao Zheren. Gao is working with us for 7 years now. He's handling our Chinese office based at Shanghai. And now we will talk each other about Chinese market, how to make business with a Chinese player, and what are the best way to work with this very interesting market. So Gao, please introduce yourself.
Okay. So hello everyone, I'm Gao, and I'm the China country manager for PiD Digital. As Francis said, I have been here for more than 7 years, and I will be pleased to discuss with Francis for the Chinese market here.
Gao, can you talk a bit about how and what is Chinese market at the moment for the early 2026?
Okay, sure. So everyone knows China has a huge market for gaming and the industry. So let me give you some data for 2025 maybe. So for 2025, it was totally more than 50 millions of US dollars revenue in Chinese market. And we have more than 680 millions of the users. So it is a very huge market. And in this market, I think mobile market is a very big part of it. It's around 73 of the revenue. It's generated
73 of 50 billion.
Yes, it's generated by mobile games. As you know, mobile games is in China.
Huge, of course.
Huge. And for the rest, it's around 23 is around for PC games. And for the rest, it's kind of a console and HTML5 games. It's a very small part. So the big part is for mobile games and PC games.
Okay, it means console is a ridiculous part of official, at least, Chinese video games business.
Yes. Actually, the console games, they officially entered China from 2014. So from the Xbox and then PlayStation and Switch, Nintendo Switch, they officially into the Chinese market. But because of a lot of reasons, like we have some controls for the foreign game import, so it used to take a lot of time. So the console is growing very, very slowly. It's a very small part of Chinese market.
Okay. And do you have official store? We know on PC, for instance, Steam is available through VPN. I guess it's not really possible on console. So, it's possible to buy games, console games in China?
It's a good question. So before the consoles officially landed in China, most of the users, they will try to visit the Hong Kong store to buy the games. So from what I learned that, for example, for PlayStation Hong Kong, there were more than 50% of the users actually are coming from China mainland.
Okay.
So after the console was officially landed in China, so part of the users, they start to visit the official China store, but still it's the same issue that the game release in China is complicated. So most users, they were still trying to access the Hong Kong store or sometimes the Japanese stores to get the latest games.
Okay, I see. And for PC?
For PC, I think most users, they are using the Steam.
Through VPN?
Yes. So sometimes they need the VPN to access the Steam store. We also have some official store in China, like WeGame. It's operated by Tencent, but there are less games compared with Steam.
Okay.
And We have another officially Steam China store. It's operated by Perfect World, but it also acquires the ISBN for the game, so it has less games on that. So that's why I think most of the users, they are still trying to access Steam to play the latest PC games.
And of course, we are working together with many Chinese stores available for Steam keys distribution.
Yes.
Of course, but you need Steam to play, but we have many ways to buy games through, in China through this kind of stores, for PC, I mean.
Yes, indeed. We are working with a lot of partners. They are just helping us to distributing the Steam keys in China. It's a very big part for how Chinese users to get Steam games. Because several years ago, it's not that easy for Chinese users to finish the payment on Steam directly. And that's why the Steam keys are very welcome. So for now, the payment issue was already fixed, but still,
they have the habit to buy on some stores.
To buy the keys. Yeah.
And we are talking about 10 to 15 stores. So you have a lot of players only for China.
Yeah.
So that's important. And maybe last topic is mobile. You have iOS store, Apple store, but Android market is a bit different than in Europe or in the rest of the world.
Yes, indeed. So we have official iOS store in China. It's quite similar with the global one, but for Android store, it's totally different. We don't have official Google Play Store in China. Instead, we have different stores for Android. Like we have famous stores like TapTap. So, and we have a lot of mobile phone manufacturers like Xiaomi, like Huawei. They also have their own store. It's all for Android. So we have not hundreds. We have a lot of Android store in China. So that will cause a problem that we will need to pay additional energy in order to launch the game on Android stores. So this is the biggest difference from Chinese market and the global market on mobile.
Yeah. Indeed. So we talk about stores, and from your point of view, what is the main difference between China and the rest of the world global market, aside from Android store you just mentioned?
Okay, yes. So let's talk about the mobile games first. There is a huge difference between the global store and the Chinese store. So for the global mobile market, we have both premium games and free-to-play games. So that both kind of games are working quite well. But in China, it's more like the mainstream of the mobile games. They are free-to-play with some in-game purchase. This is the mainstream. I think it will be more than 90% of the game. Premium mobile game is still very, it's not mainstream. But for the previous years, more and more premium mobile games enter the Chinese market, and some of them already achieve a very good performance, like the Dead Cells on mobile and the Human Fall Flat. They are working very well in China. So more and more Chinese users, they start to find, okay, we also have some very good experience mobile games, not only free to play, and I need to pay a lot of money actually in order to play the game. So it's totally different business model. So premium mobile games is becoming more and more in China.
Okay. We have to say free to play is a major business in the rest of the world as well. But I think premium games are a bit more installed in Europe or in North America than in China. But it's often the case with growing countries like China. As soon as population has a certain salary and money, then they are more keen to to buy premium games. So probably with the time, premium games in China will be equal to premium business in global market, even if it's of course still a small part of mobile business.
Yes,
of course. Okay. What other different you can?
Okay, and yes, we just talk about the mobile games, and then it's for PC games. I think we also have some different for PC games. They're used, I think, especially for indie games. You know, for indie games that in the global market, it has its own market. It's quite big. A lot of people, they like this kind of indie games. But actually, several years ago, indie games, it's not that welcome in China. Most of the users, they only like the big games like AAA games, and they're pleased to pay hundreds of Chinese yuan for AAA games, but they don't want to buy some small indie games. And but in the previous years, the scene has been changed. More and more users, they start to look into the indie games because they found that there were lot of interesting games. They have their totally different experience compared with the AAA games. And you may also have the same feeling. A lot of AAA games, they looks like comes from a factory with the same or similar experience. So that makes the players try to look for different experience. So any game has increased a lot. And also for Chinese market, there is one good thing is there are more and more good Chinese developers. They occurred. So more and more good Chinese games are published on Steam. For example, we have Black Myth Wukong. It works very well in China. You know, everyone is talking about that.
But outside of China as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's very popular. When I was in Gamescom, I saw a lot of people was in the line trying to play the game.
Yeah.
So I think this kind of stuff helps us, help our developers grows a lot. You will see more and more people, they start to work on local game, indie game, whatever. So you will see more and more good qualified domestic games comes from China.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about ISBN edge rating? It's quite famous in in France and in the rest of the world. So change. It seems things change a bit for 1 or 2 years now. Can you give us an update?
For sure. So I think the biggest issue for foreign companies who brings their game into China, the obstacle is always the ISBN. The ISBN means that every game that you want to release in China, you need to submit to our government, and they will review the game and probably ask you to change something. So the whole process will take a lot of time. Several years ago, from my experience, we have some projects that it takes more than 1 year, almost 2 years to pass the review. And
some of them never passed review. We are still waiting after 6 years.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Some of them will never pass the review. That cause there will be a very big gap from the global release and the China release. That's why the official Chinese store is not that welcomed, because all the games released on this kind of store, it's already released on Steam 1 year ago, so no one will try to buy. But we are also improving the whole process. So for now, the things are becoming very efficient. So the Chinese government is more open for this kind of stuff, and the review is more efficient. For now, for 20 and 25, it's more than 100 foreign games get the ISBN, and the whole process will take less time. It's kind of 6 months. In average, you can get the ISBN approved. So that helps us to get more and more new games, and more the foreign publishers, they also see this kind of change, and they are putting more games, more resource on this kind of process. I think it's a very good thing for us also.
Okay. Do you know how many games past ISBN, Occidental games, has been approved through ISBN process last year?
Yes, just like I mentioned, for the foreign games, it's more than 100 games.
Okay.
And for local games, even more than 1,000 games.
Okay.
The good thing is
10% of total
yeah.
games are from Occidental.
Yes. Yeah, the thing is that we used to have, for example, for foreign games, 1 year ago, it's more like every quarter we will got a batch of games got approved. But for now, it's kind of every month we can see some foreign games that got
it's more
approval.
regular.
It's more regular. It's more stable. So it's a good trend.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do we have to say as well, it's not free. It's quite costly to have ISBN.
Yes.
So it's an investment in terms of time because we have to make some change in the game. And in terms of money, it could cost roughly 10K, something like that. Depends, but something like that. So maybe, so that's why when you want to launch process, you need to find your partners to make it because it's not possible to make it on your own from France. And as well, you have to think about this because it's not free and it's not easy. It's time consuming.
Yes, indeed. Every time when I prepare to submit some games into the ISBN process, I will spend some time to look into the game and to see probably what kind of stuff we need to change because for us, for Chinese people, we have some very specific point that must be changed or fixed for the ISBN process. So normally I will need to explain to the developer why we need to change it, and I will give them some advice how we can achieve that. So because we have different culture, and sometimes they don't understand why I need to change this kind of stuff. So it's always I need to spend some time on that. Yeah,
it's very well known. Things are blood or skeletons, stuff like that.
Yes.
Everyone know in China it's quite forbidden to have this kind of stuff in video games. But indeed, as well, you have to localize game titles in Chinese character, etc. So it means a lot of change. Even if your game is localized in Chinese, that's mandatory, of course. You have a lot of change to.
Yes, a lot of change. It's always this kind of change. Some developers will say, okay, well, our game is already available in simplified Chinese, but it's not. It's okay for you to release on Steam, but if you want to apply the ISBN, it should be totally fully localized. That means no English words is in the game at all. So even something like okay, you need to change it. So
even button must be changed, etc. So sometimes it could be hard to change. Absolutely. Makes sense. We talked about challenge. Let's talk about challenge to work from China, from Shanghai, with a French or with an Occidental company.
Okay.
You do this for 7 years now. Before you work for Chinese company. So what is your experience? What can you share about this?
Yes, for sure. So I have to say we have a very big difference between Chinese company and French or not French company, the Western country. We have different cultures. So that of course we have different way to think about some problems. So the biggest issue for me is kind of a communication issue, not only between me and the French team, but also between the Chinese partner and the French company. I think that's why I am here. I joined Plugin Digital because before it was a pain to communicate between the Chinese company and the French companies. Sometimes we don't understand each other. So that's why I'm here. I joined the company. I am in the middle to explain, okay, the thing is more like we will like this and we will do the things like this. So please understand what we are doing. And I will also tell the French company, tell the HQ, okay, from our experience, this is what Chinese company are looking for. Let's see how we can work together. So this is the biggest issue for us. So for example, in China, you know, almost all the people, we are living in a very fast pacing life. So if it is in France, we have some business opportunity to discuss. Okay, we have a lot of discuss and it costs some time. It's normal, it's okay. But in China, it's more like, okay, we propose you a deal. After 2 days, they will ask you, are you okay to move forward? It's more like, okay, come on, I just translate the whole deal to the HQ office and they need to talk with the developer. But for them, 2 or 3 days, they want to get your answer. If you cannot give an answer, they will switch to another partners. So this is the biggest issue. So for now, I think things get improved because I have had a lot of discussion with them to explain how we works. And on the same time, and they also have some experience to work foreign companies. So they meet the similar issue.
Yes.
So on both sides, we are all changing and we are more closing. So this is the good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Especially when they are talking with big company, I guess they have to wait months. And if it's Japanese company, they have to wait years, probably. So
yeah, sometimes it will be very efficient on Chinese side, but on some point it will be more flexible on our side.
Yep.
They are more sneaking to some small point that we don't understand. But for Chinese company, they are very serious and they need to take more time. So, but we are trying to improving the process and to make it more efficient.
Another issue we have, it's more on our side, is we are not using the same tools. So, you know, for cloud storage solution, for communication tools like Zoom or Teams, etc. Sometimes it's not working very well and it's not always easy. That's true to share documents, etc. Because you have and we have some firewall and sometimes it's not really compatible. So it doesn't help sometimes to share right document at the right time, etc.
Yes, it's an issue between me and the HQ office. So it's very difficult for both sides to align the information together. Sometimes I don't know what is happening in France. And I think at the same time, most of the people here, they don't know what we are doing in China. So that's why we need a good tool to synchronize everything. I think for now, we are on the right way. We have a lot of...
Now it's quite okay, but it takes time.
It takes time, yes. So for now, for me, my perspective is I can learn what is happening here easily. Through our new tool, I can learn that what we are talking about and what's the next. So I'm also trying to share information from China team and try to let the people here know what we are doing. And if you have any questions or any needs, please find us and what we can help.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's talk about your role and team's role for Plugin Digital. So can you give us a bit more insight about what the team is doing for us? What are your most important mission?
Yes. So for Plugin Digital China, totally we have 3 people in China. It's a small team, but what I am quite proud is we are covering all the aspects of what Plugin Digital is doing. So as Francis introduced, we are working on the publishing, distribution, a lot of stuff. So that make us, we need to cover all this kind of business. So we have 3 people. I am more focusing the general operation to manage everything and to maintain the main discussion from between the China team and the French team. And beside this, I will be more focused on BizDev because thanks to the HQ office, we have have a big catalog can be available in China. So I have to dig more business opportunities in China. So we have another guy, Rachel. She is helping us on the Steam key distribution. Yes, we have a lot of, like you said, we have a lot of stores that are working with us. So we need to take care of the relationship, maintain, and we need to take care of the finance stuff with them. So it takes time. And she is also helping me on some business developer stuff. And also we have another guy, Kafka. She is more on marketing and the communication side. So as you know, currently our main business is still on Steam. So the good point is that once we release the new games, we can do the marketing support in China and trying to attract more users to play this game. So we will try to help the Steam release. So Kafka is now working on that. So just like as you know that China is still a big region on Steam. So we want to try our best to support our Steam release. So yeah.
Yeah, that's important, of course. And maybe you can talk a little bit about localization, because I don't know if anyone is aware about that, but localization quality is a key point for Chinese player.
Yeah. Yes, for localization is especially for some narrative focused game. The localization quality is very important for the player. So we used to try the different partners for localization. Some of them is not that well, so we have already changed them. So currently we have a very good localization freelancer working with us. The translation quality is quite good, and the cost, I think the price is very
low,
very good for us. So I think it's in a very good shape for Chinese localization. We have more and more games that to be done on our side. This is also, I think, our advantage, because I know that the localization in Europe could be expensive, and sometimes that, even it's in Chinese, but sometimes when we are looking into that, it's more like, okay, must be done. Chinese people living in Western countries, still a little bit different. So I'm trying to get to improve more on the localization side. So once we have any requirements on that, we can achieve all the Chinese localization.
Yeah. Okay. And what about lobbying? I don't know if lobbying is the right word, but lobbying, or at least a way to talk with a big Chinese company, government company like, I don't know, China Telecom, or even Tencent. Tencent is an independent company, but I guess it takes a lot of time to talk with them. It's a huge organization.
Yes. Actually, this is what we are doing. We are trying to negotiate or discussion with some big company like China Telecom, China Mobile. For this kind of company, it's kind of government-owned companies. Sometimes the negotiation with this kind of company will be more complicated, because their purpose is not to earn money only. They have more strategy and they have more target to achieve. So it takes more time to talk with them. Fortunately, we already got some progress to work with them. So we already set up the partnership with China Telecom and China Mobile. So it's already in a good shape. And also big companies like Tencent, we also keep a very good partnership with them, because they have a lot of business that we can fit, like cloud gaming, like the PC distribution, and even we are talking about some more business. So I think we are in a good shape with Chinese big companies. But like you mentioned, yes, it takes more time.
And when, I don't know how it works in China, but if they have a new strategy, this is a strategy for next 5 years, 10 years, or more for 1 or 2 years. In general, I guess it can change, but it's quite stable. It's for a long time, or they can change every year, like US company. Or...
Okay, yeah. So for now, I think they are always changing their strategy. It's more like 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
So most of the Chinese companies, they are quite, they're doing the same thing. Once they are looking into a new business, they will try 1 or 2 years. If they find that, okay, it's very hard, it's not the right time, they will switch the direction.
Okay.
So this can help them to reduce the risk. So I think most of the companies are doing
it's like a Western company.
Same, yes. So
it's quite similar.
That's why the trends in the Chinese market is always changing. But one thing is never changed, that they need good content.
Okay,
that's it.
Of course, content is the key.
Yeah.
As always. Okay, and let's talk a bit about Chinese market and the current trend. You can see this year or what you saw last year. And how do you think Plugin Digital or other company can catch this kind of new opportunities? What is your point of view?
Okay, yes, indeed. In China, we always have some new kind of a business compared with the Western countries. So, for example, currently one thing is is increasing quite fast, which is the gaming in the car. So, as you know, China has a big advantage on smart cars, electric cars.
Sure.
So, most of them, they have a very big screen, and they are trying to see, to set up. It's not only in a car, but also a kind of a small house. Once you are not driving, you can sleep in the car and you can play games in the car. So most of the company, they are looking for some good games to port them and into their smart cars. So this is quite a new trend in China. So for Plugin Digital, I think it's the same. Our biggest advantage is that we have a big catalog. So no matter which kind of new business occurred, we can always find something to fit. So this is very important. Thanks to Francis. So this is my biggest support. So the trend is more like in China, every year there will always be some new kind of business that occurred. So I will try to look into this kind of new stuff and to see if there is something we can fit and we can dig it. The thing is, if we can enter this kind of new business as early as possible, we can get more opportunities. Yeah.
And in the future, do you think console business will grow, or do you think it will be still a bit difficult?
To be honest, I think console game, for me, it's not very clear for now, because from my perspective, even for the global market, it's not kind of a growing market, you know. So it's more and more similar with PC games, to be frank. So you will see Microsoft and Sony, they release more their exclusive onto the Steam. Yeah. Currently only Nintendo, they still have a lot of...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially games. So for China, I think there will be the market for console games there, but it won't be a very big, not a very big audience that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice if a publisher or a developer want to be more present in China and on Chinese market?
Yes.
Of course, first one is to work with us. Yes. We have to say.
Welcome to work with us.
But if they want to make some stuff by themselves, do you have any advices?
Yes, I think for most foreign publishers, they have the same issue in Chinese market. It's more the communication issues. So if they want to get more success in China, I will suggest that they can set up a small team in China to help to secure all the communication issue and also to dig more business opportunities. I'm pleased to see more and more foreign publishers. They are doing the same thing like us. They start to set up a small office and a small team in China. So they will see, they will get more visibility in China. So I'm pleased to see this kind of stuff because we can work together to bring more foreign games into China. But for sure, we will facing more competition. But I don't fear for the competition. But
market is big.
Yeah, marketing is big.
So for you, it's quite mandatory to have someone in China to help and to be sure everything is moving smoothly.
Yeah, yes, to make things smoothly and more efficient.
Yeah.
So then you can get more opportunities in China. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Gao.
Thank you, Francis.
Thanks for your time today. Thank you for watching the episode and see you next time.